Right, it is just about time for coffee number 2 of the day. And I thought to myself, what better time to give you is that going to be high enough? Am I going to be out of screen? Who fucking knows? What better time to give you like a full life rundown, a bit of a catch up with what I've been up to, how the bulk has been going, amongst some other things as well, than when I'm actually making this coffee. So let's make coffee together. First of all, actually, I do just want to show you the quality of these beans. So these are Arabica beans and they've got a little bit of oiliness to them. I've never ever tasted coffee beans this good before in my life. This is the bag up here. I keep this out of Evie's reach so that I can decide when they go in or not, to make sure that I'm actually having more of I'm making the most of these beans and she's not just like sniffing them up while I'm out. But yeah, Evie's actually gone to a coffee shop today, left me home alone. I feel like a lost child. So, body weight has been going up nicely. Oh, do we have any milking? Do I have any fucking milking? We've got a little bit. Right, where should I start? Bulking phase. Training, very good recently. Very fucking good. Gaining a lot of momentum. I actually had a really shit training session this morning where I took a lot of regressions. I was feeling a little bit tired, not quite feeling on it. But apart from that, my training, apart from this session this morning, has been 10 out of 10. I trained upper this morning and my training had been a little bit pulled all over the place because my dad came to visit this last weekend. And it meant that I had to do 3 training sessions in a row and then just have 1 training session with my dad, because I love going to the gym with my dad, but my training sessions are really long and I didn't want to be in there for like, you know, an hour and a half or 2 hours with my dad, because it's not a waste of time, but like, I wanted to make the most of the time of him being here, and I didn't just want to spend the whole time in the gym. So yeah, I did 1 upper body session with my dad, which was fucking great fun, but it meant that I had some volume to catch up on from last week today. And whenever you're trying to do more volume than you initially had planned in a training session, you're always just risking a little bit more regression. So today's training session was pretty shit, but leg days, which is the most important part, have been going very, very well. And I've been noticing some growth in my quads that I haven't seen before, and it's only speeding up as well. The better I get at this new kind of way of training where I'm owning every single centimetre of a rep, I'm getting into really deep positions, I'm putting a lot of tension on my quads at that point, the quicker my growth is getting, the more I do that, which is really fucking exciting. Really exciting. Right, see if I can get this coffee poured. Oh yeah. The elixir of life. Oh yes. I'm actually not that much of a coffee addict. I know I play up to it, but I'm not. Evie's the coffee addict. I just like, oh, that was just pointing at my chest, wasn't it? I like my 2 cups of coffee a day. Any more than that, and I start getting jitters and anxiety and health anxiety. So yeah, 2 coffees a day is more than enough for me, more than enough. But yeah, body weight wise, I'll talk you through that as well. So what I'll do is I'll edit a little spreadsheet next to me which shows you my data recently. But I had a little bit of not a panic, but I had a little bit of like a skinny guy relapse moment where whenever I see my body weight starting to go down in the gaining phase, I start to panic again. And I'm like, oh my God, I want it going up. But I'm really trying to keep this gaining phase as slow as I possibly can, because I'm going to be bulking for 12 months, maybe 13 months consistently. And if I was to be fixated on seeing that weekly average body weight go up week to week, I would get fat way too early. So last week, before my dad came, my body weight was creeping up into like the 82.5s. Look at that for a lovely crema. Wow. My body weight was creeping up into like the 82.5s, which is, you know, a little bit faster than I would have liked. And what that meant is this week, when I've been weighing in, my body weight has been back down into the 81s. And so my weekly average rate showed me that this week was down and my body weight was going down. And I was like, I don't really like that. Can we speed it up a little bit? But then I zoomed out and I looked at my monthly rate of gain tracker, which is something that I've started tracking recently, which calculates every single weigh-in that I've done over a month. It catches them all. It turns them into one average, and then it compares that average month to month. And when I look at that data, my body weight has gained 1.5%, 0.7%, 0.7%. So I'm going to carry on trying to gain 0.7% in between now and literally 13 months time. Let me go get a calculator. Stay there, wait a second. Here we go, right? So if I carry on gaining 0.7%, I'm currently, let's say 82 kilos, 82.0 flat. If I keep gaining 0.7% per month for the next 12 months, so that's what this calculation looks like. So we've got 82 times 0.7 to the power of 12. That means when I start my mini cutting phase, sorry, not 0.7 is stupid, not 0.7. What I need to have there is 1.007, so that it's shown a multiplier. That was me being an idiot. If I click that then, that means that when I start my cutting phase, I should be around 89 kilos, and that is perfect. So if I carry on gaining a 0.7% every single month, which is around 0.2, it's in between 0.1 and 0.2 per week, that is exactly what I'm after, because that means that I can gain the whole way through without getting too fat, without tanking my appetite. And if I'm starting my pre-prep diet at 89 kilos, it'll actually mean that this prep is easier than the last one, because I started my last time I cut for show, I started that pre-prep diet at 95 kilos. I was a fat boy. Sorry, excuse the noise. So if I'm able to keep my body weight below 90 kilos, and then I start that pre-prep diet at like 89, that would be fucking ideal, because I would have spent a whole 15 months in a gaining phase, well, 12 months, a mini cut, and then another 15 months before I go for a prep again, which is exactly what I'm after. And it also means that if I'm gaining nice and slowly like that, like I'm not having to force food down, my appetite isn't dying, body weight is creeping upwards, I'm minimizing the amount of fat I've actually put on throughout that period as well. It's exactly what I'm after. Sorry, I've just got to concentrate for a second. Beautiful fucking silky milk. God damn, liquid silk, man, look at that. Beautiful. Right, let's try and set you up so that I can get the pour. All right, let's have a go. There's actually a bit too much froth on the top of this. I'm gonna go pour out the top part of that, because that would have spoilt the coffee by being too frothy. So we just want a little bit more milk in there. Lovely. All right, here we go. That is not bad. Not my best, but not my worst. That's adequate, that is. Not bad. Good milk, really good milk. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so slow bulking phase. It's gonna be a fucking challenge for me to carry on bulking that long, I'll be honest. I think it's gonna be one of the longest bulking phases I've ever ran, but I'm gonna carry on running it, 15 weeks total. Main focus is gonna be on my legs. My coach, Dirk, is actually thinking about running a really, really leg-focused mesocycle where we actually drop the volume of my upper body down to minimal, because my upper body is responding so fucking well to training at the moment, but my lower body, as we know, is what I just need to pick up. So I might go through a mesocycle of having really low volume for my upper body and just pushing lower body volume way higher. And the idea of that scares me, but if it can result in more quad growth, I'm interested. If it can grow my legs, I'm interested. So yeah, that's pretty much the update on that front. As I said, I've had my dad here the last week or so, which has been so fucking nice. And I've got my mum out in Dubai this week as well. So at the moment, my schedule is a little bit all over the place. But for the most part, something that's happened this week, well, not happened this week, but something that I've kind of got my groove back for business this week, which is really exciting. Not saying that I ever lost it, but when we were moving around apartments, it was really hard to get into a good workflow. Now that I've got my desk set up there and I'm back into the routine of steady weeks and things like that, everything's just kind of clicking into place, which is really nice. I've also invested into working with a mindset coach, a guy called Preet, who is fantastic. I had my first call with him last week, and I think that's going to be really, really exciting. It's going to push me and stretch me in ways that I didn't know. But for me, I'll just be honest, I feel like I am fully confident in my abilities and my ability to work hard. I will graft, I will push, I will put in the work. I'll never second guess myself in that regard. But I feel like in my life, there's like a glass ceiling that I can't break through. And me just trying to batter against it by working harder and harder isn't the answer. And I think it gets to a point where as soon as I start achieving the success that I want, I sabotage that. And I'm not sure what part of me it is that does it, but there's definitely a part of me that doesn't believe that I can actually do it. And the only way that I can really work on that is through doing the hard mindset work that I didn't used to think was important, but I'm realizing more and more now that it fucking is. But yeah, while we're sat here, I'm gonna go get my tape measure so that I can measure my quads. Right, I put these measurements into the spreadsheet after this call as well. Not this call, this video. So, right is 57, left 57.5. Left calf at its widest point is 37. Right calf is 36. So, I did train legs yesterday though, so I will keep that bad in mind. But yeah, overall, I'm so fucking excited about the things that I've got planned. Like, I think over the last few months, my focus has literally just been on moving to Dubai, getting settled here, and then just fighting fires. But now, I've got more mental capacity and mental energy to really start dreaming about what OJD is going to become, the team that we're going to build, who we're going to help, and we've literally been getting 5 inquiries for coaching every single fucking day, which is mind-boggling to me. The fact that we've built something that people want to get involved in, and they can see the wave that we're building. They can see what we're doing for skinnier guys. They can see what we're doing in the industry. We can see the impact we're having on people's lives, and that's incredible to me. That's what I've always wished for. And on top of that, we're planning in events like team holidays, where we're taking the guys on holiday. And I'm just so excited because this is what I dreamt about. This is why I started, one of the reasons why I started Team OJD coaching. Like, I grew up in a tiny little area in Wales, and there's just no community there. For younger guys, there isn't. Girls talk, girls have friends, girls meet up, girls are like that. Guys don't, for the most part. You're either in with like a rugby group in a team or something like that, or you're just separate. You're just not involved, you don't talk to other people. You could live right down the street from somebody, go to the same gym, but just not talk to them. I don't know why it's like that, but it really is. And so one thing that I've always wished for Team OJD coaching is for it to be a hub, a community for like-minded guys to spend time together, to learn from each other, to speak to each other, to make friends and to grow together. Like, that is one of the main things for it. And the fact that we're now in the position where we can start dreaming up holidays, we can start dreaming up team events, it excites me so goddamn much. So yeah, that blows my mind. But yeah, overall, everything is very good on my end. You're gonna have some more informative YouTube videos coming your way over the next few weeks about lean bulking, about training techniques that I've learned, and some other things like this. But for the most part, the year-long bulk is off to a good start. I'm not pushing my body weight up too quickly. I'm happy with how things are going, and I'm gonna carry on doing this. So yeah, I'll carry on documenting it. But guys, thank you for tuning in for another video, and I'll see you on the next one.